ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, presents the Arca Craftsman series. Welcome to a new edition of the NRSL and a new series in the NRSL family, the NRSL Craftsman Arca series. My name is Warren Keith. Welcome up here in the booth. As you can see, we got a lot of Arca cars on pit lane. This is something new that we've been testing out, and we finally have this series ready to go. Gen 4 cars, you see Impalas, Chargers, Toyotas, and Fords out there. It's going to be a great show. All rookies in the field for this one, as we'll get the command very soon. Let's take a look at the track facts for today for ESPN track facts. 2.5 mile super speedway. You're going to see drafting today. Tire wear is a 4 out of 5, 31 degrees in the banking. This is the first race of Speed Weeks as we get ready for this and the Daytona 500 qualifying later today and tomorrow.
Start your engine.
As there's a command as tomorrow is the Bud Shootout. So, see if everybody gets off pit lane okay here. Indeed they will. Let's kick on that sweet, sweet music, and let's take a look at your starting lineup for today's race. Kyle Keith on the front row, alongside Zach Flickinger. We'll get to exactly who is part-timers in this field. Second row is Kev Shear and Jackie Tang. Third row is Thomas and Bishop. Fourth row is Oakson and Rogers. Fifth row is Young and Riley Keith. Sixth row is Carter Friesen and Jones. Seventh is Hagen and York. Ninth row is Eves and Meyer. 10th row is Bochard and Kukulon. 11th row is Gotastic and Freeze. 12th row is Nanko and Nevens. 13th row is Flickinger and Onjacked. 4th row Navarro and Hamill. And the 5th row is Vince Almarego. I might have butchered that all to hell, but who cares? It's the start of a new season. Start of a brand new era for the NRSL. We got Gen 4 cars on the track, guys. Gen 4 cars, Impalas, you name it. I mean, just take a look at these. Utterly fantastic. We got Impalas, Fusions, Chargers. We go far a little back here. Camrys. Let's take a look at some of the paint schemes going to take place in this season. As we take a look at all the paint schemes for this season. Oh boy, what an off season. You know, we've planned so much for you guys here for the NRSL. Dylan Young's going to take control starting this week, and I can't wait to get the season started. Arca, finally, going to be underway here in the NRSL. Green flag in the air as they go through the gears, heading towards one. Completing lap number 1 is actually going to be Zach Flickinger taking the lead. And then number 96 is to go 3 wide for second place. Thomas to the point. Just behind him is the number 27 of Okazon. Oskan. I'm going to butcher some names today. Just get used to that. Brand new series. All rookies in the field except for a few. There's a few cars in the field that are not rookies. They are eligible for certain races this season. They will not run for points, and that's mostly your cup drivers in the field. As they come off turn 4 once again, Oakson's going to lead this lap. Friesen right behind him in the 66. He'll dive down the inside. Dylan Young joins the bottom line. So they rocket towards turn 1 yet again. Hagen makes his way up to the top 5 in that unsponsored 15 car. Did you see him on the bottom line there? 17 of Eves close behind. Now, like I said, some of these drivers are not eligible for the full series. Dylan Young is. A lot of people asked about that. If he wasn't, he is. Dylan Young will run the whole season. So welcome Dylan Young back to a full-time NRSL ride. One of the drivers who is not eligible, actually two of them are in the middle row behind Dylan Young. That's Kev Shear and Kyle Keith. Kev Shear only running Daytona this season. So this is the only race you'll see Kev Shear's 34 car, who actually on the hood. So we'll take a look here. Yes, Kev. Wawa is very much better. As they come off turn 2, pretty nice solid pack here. Now everybody's taking it easy. These are all rookies. And interesting, a lot of people wondered about the why is the, ooh, that's a touch. Is Eves and York gonna touch in turn 2, or turn 3 and 4, I'm sorry. Not York, that's Sporchard. God, I told you I'm gonna butcher some names today. Across the line, completing lap 5 of 30. 30-lap race here. Not as long as the shootout. So, this driver's getting a little taste of what the Cup drivers will taste tomorrow. So they're 3x3, about 4 or 5 rows deep now. Down the super stretch. 46 is Gotastic coming inside. Don't look now. Here comes Nanko on the inside in that 23 car. The Toyota certified pre-owned Toyota Camry. So they rocket off turn 4. I gotta say, that 01 car showing some strength early here. It's Adam Flickinger moving his way up. It's the number 6 car. That's a full-time ride. Down the super stretch they go. It's going to be a new leader. Entering turn 3, and that's going to be the 6 car. As don't you start leaning. That's how you... Oh. The moment they start leaning on each other in turn 3 is the moment I'm going to start screaming. And for anyone in Premiere that's looking at the... from the front view, there's 2 Lucas Oil cars. The one with the nose that is that has the red tape on the nose, that's Kyle Keith. And the other one's Almarego in the 21. For viewers at home. So I thought for a second they're going to go 4 wide to the front of the field. Oh, there's a wreck! That's the 17, Kyle Keith involved! Oh, there's one car going over, it looks like on the super stretch. And there is! That's the 80 of Jackie Tang! Huge wreck down the super stretch, and Tang is still rolling. Finally comes to a stop. That 80 car is not going anywhere. It's a promising day for Jackie Tang. Turns out to be nothing. As actually Adam Flickinger leads him across the line to take the caution flag. First wreck of the day, lap 8 of 30. As let's see who's left in this dang thing. Yeah, we've still got a pretty good field. A lot of Toyotas left. So if you're a Toyota fan, you got yourself a nice one. RJ Bishop looks like he got away unscathed. That's another driver running part-time. That number 1 Craftsman series sponsored car. Saw the 15 involved. Hey, oh, and they're pile driving. That's something we were worried about. Oh no. Who pile drived? Oh no, these are 2 drivers looking to have a good day and a good start to the season. It's On Jack and the number 20 Winterfresh for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ooh. And it's Oscon too in that 27 Craftsman Menards entry. As I think they pile drive the back of Connor Meyer. He's got some big rear end damage on the back end of that 51. Well, it seems to have all kicked off right on the back of it here. This Kukulon in the 98 looks like got away scot-free. I think that's the first car without damage. Jeez, I saw a car going up airborne. That's Rogers. Got himself a lot of damage. Moved down from Outback. It's getting cut by said Keith Motorsports and finding a home in the Arca series on number 9. There's a lot of drivers taking tires. Oh, one of the part-timers, Zach Flickinger, he's involved in that number 96. Probably one of the best paint schemes here. As they're gonna go out for points in the number 20. I'll give them credit on that. They gotta go points racing. That's how important it is here at Daytona to get points. Jack's gonna go out there without a hood on. Hell, a front bumper clip for that matter, and he's gonna go point racing. He's gonna get some points and leave Daytona with some valuable points. Now, this is how the point system works as we're talking about it. The Cup drivers, they do get points, but the series is split for them as what races they're allowed, to where they're not going to be a problem points racing-wise. But they do get points, and don't stack up. Don't even list drivers out as it is. So I think we're going to get away scot-free here. Oh, a little touch there in the 54 car. It's Nicole Navarro, if I remember correctly. As Flickinger slowed down. Kyle Keith coming off pit road. Let's take a look at brought you out the first caution today as we're lapping lap 9 here at Daytona. We'll be right back on ESPN. Welcome back here as we're still under commercial break and also caution. As we're gonna play us along, you're gonna see Almarego and Kev Shear. They're gonna make slight contact on the quarter panels coming out of 2. And they're gonna start slamming up the track. Dylan Young gets away with a big one there. So does Almarego, but oh, crush and blow there for Eves. He comes back down the track to the 15 of Hagen. Kyle Keith nowhere to go. And he actually does get up on his side. I knew I saw a car up in the air. Jack nowhere to go. Number 09 just gets collected. That's Logan York. Riley Keith involved, but I think she got away scot-free by just getting tapped. And there's Jackie Tang. He got hit by Rogers, and God almighty, just goes for a hell of a... Look at this. That's a camera. It's just doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. That's something to see at Daytona. As he just goes on and on. Friesen looks like he got away with it. But actually, no, he's got engine damage. Oh, that might be tire smoke. Yeah, it's tire smoke. So, Friesen got away with it. Take one more look at it as we're about to go green here pretty soon. As we're going to leave it here. I think everyone's going to want to see this one like this. I know I am. I'll put it on none. We're going to reverse the field and let it play. Put that in your little clip of the season-ending banquet. That's what happened here at Daytona. So let's get back from commercial break and go back green. Welcome back to Daytona tonight on ESPN. Don't miss the Lakers and the Warriors. Coverage begins at 8:30 Eastern. It's going to be a good game. You know, the Warriors having a tough season. Lakers trying to get back on track. LeBron James and Anthony Davis going to try to do what they can to keep the West locked down as we get closer towards the All-Star break. That's ESPN Saturday Showcase tonight on ESPN, and yes, that is tonight on ESPN. You can actually go look at your guide and look at it. I did the homework on it. So, front of the field is no surprise. Nevins is at the front of the field. So put the ticker back up. Let's take a look who's out of the race. 27 on Jack, the 17 is out of the race as well. That is Eves. The 80 Jackie Tang, and the 66 of Friesen with a camshaft issue. Yeah, no luck for Friesen there, is there? Pace car going to come back down pit road. We're going to get back under green. Lap 11 of 30 here at Daytona. The number 77 of Nivens will bring us back to the green. Green flag back in the air. And the 01 looking already stout. That's been, my opinion, the best car of the day. Spochard does not look inside, actually. That's the 46 looking inside. As we're trying to keep track of names today here, folks. I have my little cheat sheet with me. Just bear with me. That's it's go-tastic. We'll get this figured out by the next time we race at Michigan. So go down the super stretch here. Almarego looking inside. The 44 Hamill. So they rock it down to turn 3, and the 77 Neves shuts the door. So now, pretty much we've taken most of the Cup regulars out of the field. It's now down to the full season drivers to get it done. He's at the line. Nevins will get the lap done and lead a lap here at Daytona. So hopefully we start calming it down. Hopefully we just go 2 wide and see where we're at from there as Almarego starts rolling the high side. Take a little farther back in the field here. Who's exactly hanging on this pack? Riley Keith just barely hanging on. I mean, she's by a thread hanging on. And then Connor Meyer is hanging on. He's not going to run full-time this season, so he's just doing what he can here. Behind them, we got Thomas, York, Flickinger. It's the 15 of, I believe that's Hagen. Kyle Keith. that 20 car is killing me. Poor Onjack. And I said Onjack's out of the race. He's not. He's right there. I'm thinking of the 27. Of Oaks on. And Rogers, of course, with the hood off as well. This car looks so weird with the hoods off. As Riley Keith did join the pack, so still got a good half a pack field strong. There's no 3 wide racing just yet. I think we've learned our lesson here. As we're cruising to about halfway. Not this time by, but next time by we'll be halfway. And we've had 1 wreck that's taken out about 4 cars total out of the race. And you could technically say about 8. Taking about 8 cars out of this race, if you count them out of the draft. Flickinger shuts the door. Oh man, Kukulon had nowhere to go there. Probably had to lift. That's the gap that's been built right there. He probably had to lift. Huge. It's Navarro, the back end of that 98 car. Oh wow, look at the 23 car making a move. That's Nanko. Make a move the inside. If I'm butchering these names, please tell me. So next time we can get this done and correctly. 3 wide, Dylan Young. Wasting no time. It's like he hasn't been out of the car in a while. Just saying, nah, let's just go 3 wide. I think that's a good idea. Still pretty calm at the front. A little bit tapping there between Almarego and Dylan Young. There's still tapping back there. As now we're getting racy again. Just past halfway. 3 wide for second place. Kukulon stuck in the middle. So one driver we haven't talked about. That's Freeze. On the high side, that's the 12 car. Penske rental. Dodge Charger. Flickinger looks back inside for the lead. 2 strongest cars right now is that number 23 and 6. The 01 stuck in traffic. But these 2 are in a zip code of their own right now, it seems. As we're wrecking again. I shouldn't say I'm surprised. As Dylan Young and Almarego. We Oh, did I call that or what? They were just rubbing as, oh my gosh. The 15 car of Eve's just pile drives in their Arca brakes for the win. So Almarego is going to be out of the race. And Dylan Young. This is a big race for a lot of these drivers. Point racing is now. You need the points. I don't know. What are they calling at the line? They're going to give it to Navarro by 1/1000th of a second. Or 1/100th, I'm sorry. I can't count. I didn't pass math. As Navarro is hitting the apron. Okay. For a second, I thought she had a problem. Like, wait a minute. Please don't pile drive. We don't have much cars left. No pile. Yeah, we're pile driving. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, just not for 5 minutes. Oh boy, this is the one I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I think we survived. Alright. Man, you guys are making me eat my words. Said it's going to be a good race. It's been a wreckfest. As Almarego finally makes it around, I don't think she's done. That number 21, Lucas Oil Chevrolet for St. Keith Motorsports. And it's going to call it a quit. Alright. Pit stops. I'm sure we're going to see pit stops here. We saw pit stops in the first caution. I'm sure we're going to see it again. Smaller fuel cell in these Arca cars than the Cup and Xfinity, so pitting a little bit more regularly in these cars. As Navarro does lead him down. At 54 JBL Series XM Toyota for Navarro Racing. She is your leader and she'll bring it in. How many tires is she going to get? Let's see here. Oh, fuel only! Oh, she gets contact from Thomas, the leader! That's the risk you take, getting fuel only. Oh my gosh. That is on the spotter. Or her, one of the two. But that's just a rookie mistake. You do not want to make that. It's going to kill her chances of winning this race. Unless we get a big wreck on the restart. And she can keep the track position. But she's done. Effectively. That is... Oh boy. Flickinger rolls up. But Kev Shear, it would be something for Kev Shear to win this race. They're going to pile drive. 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 Oh my goodness gracious. They're going to give me a heart attack. Oh, no. Yeah, they are. Oh, no. Yes, no. No. Anyway, they're going to give me... Oh, the 97 pile drive then. I could tell. Damage in the front of that car. Oh my gosh. This is not the start of the season we wanted here in Daytona, but let's go take a look at brought out our second caution of the day, and hopefully our last caution of the day here at Daytona. You're watching the Arca series on ESPN. Welcome back to Daytona as we're under commercial break. Let's take a look at what happened here. So, surprisingly enough, it's not Dylan Young that initiated this wreck. You'd think Dylan Young would be the guy that starts everything in this league. But not really. It was Bouchard. He came up the track. You know, he got tight. Tried to hold it wide open, but he just slides up the track into Dylan Young and, well, into Almarego. And watch Almarego here. Goes for a ride in that number 21. I mean, this is one heck of a ride here on the banking. She lands on top of Dylan Young's window. Just tells you how strong these Gen 4 cars are. First time we're using them in the NRSL. So, they've been tested. The skid on the banking. Still on top of Dylan Young. Now watch the 15 car here. He's going to come in this shot. This is going to be Hagen. Going to come in at full speed, full song. Dylan Young just looping it around. Here they come. There's a pack, and then Eve should be coming around right now. Here he comes. And Dylan Young's just going to come back up the track a bit. You're going to see Hagen coming to the screen clip. And Hagen didn't get much damage from that. I am utterly in shock. I mean, he did, but not as bad as I thought he would. Usually that car would be crunched up in the front like a tin can, but I say the NR gods gave him a break there. So at the front of the field, it was still... Oh, the 54 car got a nice run on the inside. That's surprising enough. So, since we saw what happened on that caution, we're going to take one more look at it at speed before we go back to green flag racing here. Oh, that should have been a lot worse for Eves. So, let's go ahead and get back from commercial, and how about we finish this race out right? So, it's going to be about 7 laps to go. Let's go ahead and take it back to green. Welcome back to Daytona as we're getting ready to go back to green. It's my mistake, 8 laps to go as we get ready to go back to green here. Now, don't let it fool you. Navarro is the leader, but she's got right side damage. Big time right side damage on that 54 JBL Toyota. Kev Shearer, the Cup veteran, looking to get his first win in a long time, and he'd like to do it over these ARCA drivers for sure. Third row's Adam Flickinger. Behind them is the 23 car of Nanko. And then Kukulon behind, and Riley Keith rounding out the top 5. So Navarro will bring us down, and I don't think she's going to stay up there for long. So go back to green. 2 drivers added to the list of drivers out of the race, actually, to bring that up real quick. Dylan Young and Al Marigo are the 2 drivers out of the race, as no surprise, Navarro gets eaten alive. She's holding her own for now, but I think once we get up to speed, yep, there it is. She's going to start dropping like a fly here with that right side damage. So the inside line will prevail. Coming to 7 laps to go. Who is going to win this race? That's the big, what if here? Is it going to be a Cup veteran? Or is it going to be a rookie / Xfinity driver? That's going to... Or Outback driver, I'm sorry, that's going to get the win. Well, GoTastic think it's going to be Flickinger. Because GoTastic just ditched the inside line to go all the way up to Flickinger. Flickinger's bumper there. So Kukulon leads the lap. Riley Keith behind him. 3rd generation Keith driver. Or a sister of him, at least. Yeah, well, you could say 3rd generation. And that 55 Lucas Oil. And Kukulon's got himself a hot rod. Holy moly, able to gap freeze through 1 and 2. Don't count out Bishop either. He knows how to plate race. So does Flickinger and Meyer. Cup drivers starting to rise to the top here. Even some that were in a wreck. And I gotta say, Navarro holding her ground. She's doing a good job. York doing a good job too. So throw another name into the mix of names I gotta start remembering. It's the number 97 car. Look at my cheat sheet. I can't find the 97. Oh, it's Jones. And we'll get used to all the names by the season's end. As up the front of the field, it is getting wink wink go-tastic. As Freeze looks to the inside of Flickinger and Shear. This is a good little battle here at the front. Not to mention some wrecked cars from earlier joining the fray. And I gotta tell you, Navarro hanging in. She's right at the top of the screen. She might get a good points finish out of this, better than I thought she would have. As Kukulon again leads the lap. Freeze looks inside of Riley Keith, but that's not helping the case at the front of the field. Kukulon has done something. That 98 Home Depot Toyota, he is absolutely flying here at Daytona. Since the restart, no one's been able to touch him. And unless they form up, I don't think they're going to. Down to super stretch they go. Freeze, go Tastic, Flickinger trying to do something. One dodge, two forwards. They're going to freight train Riley Keith to the outside. And what do they do off turn 4? They've got to run. And they're both going to take it as Kev Shear calls it quits. Drives down the pit lane to get a Sheets terrible pit stop. Remember, Wawa is better than Sheets. As Kukulon actually was overtaken there. I told you they're going to have to do something to get past Kukulon because he's got himself a hot rod. Go Tastic inside of Freeze. As something happened just a bit behind them. I think that was the Kev Shear pit stop that separated this pack. Or is it too little too late for this pack? There's a third pack and then the 01 and 15. But it's the battle for the lead. RJ Bishop just trying to hold on, man. He's just like, let me in. Just holding on to this pack. Riley Keith all by herself at the bottom. She'll get past Kukulon. So, another hot rod. Something to look out for is Bishop. Does he try to get inside of Kukulon? He does as Flickinger gets inside to go Tastic for second place. Kukulon trying to roll the high side. I don't think it's going to work for him. It just might, though. He's going to get a run on Riley Keith down the back straightaway. Go Tastic looks inside of Freeze for the lead. Starting to heat up lap 27 to 30, 3 to go. As we're encountering a lap car that is Kev Shear just coming off pit road. And it takes a while for these Arca cars to get up to speed. They're not really quick. It's the only time I'm going to use this. I mean, look at the... I mean, they're going about 190, but... You know, the Cup cars are going about 200 something. So, they're a little off the pace from the Cup cars. It takes a while for them to get up to speed. This Kev Shear is going to get... Oh, he's going to hold the leader. Go Tastic. Here comes Flickinger inside. Does Kev Shear go down the block? No, he doesn't. Flickinger, Keith, and Bishop going to roll on the bottom, but Kev Shear's up the pace now. So he's going to be a wrench in these drivers' thorns. But does this help that second pack? It's Flickinger Meyer down the back straightaway with the 97. I got to say, Jones has gotten himself up into a nice point position after the ramming incident. As through turn 3 and 4, Freeze and Keith touching each other just a bit. As we're coming down to 2 laps to go now. Kev Shear, where's the blue flag for that blue car? As we need something to get him out of the way and let these drivers fight for the finish, but hey, what's Arca with a little drama, right? Back to the front of the field. It is Flickinger. It's the bottom line. Freeze going to get a huge run on the high side. So is Goat Tastic and Shear. The bottom side had lit up big time there as Keith blocks Kukulon off turn 2. The blocking has started. Blocks him again. Down the back straightaway. Goat Tastic pushing Freeze. Do they have to let up in turn 3? Are the tires gone on these cars? We're going to get the white flag this time by. We got one of every manufacturer in this pack, so well diverse. As Freeze will take the white. The question is, will he come back and take the checker flag? It's the number 1 car is coming off pit road. Late race pit stop for the 01 of Bouchard. As on the high side, Freeze and Flickinger get a run. Kev Shear there to help him run. Is it going to be Flickinger versus Freeze? What does Kev Shear do? Does he try to help one driver? He's going to stick with his Dodge Manufacturer Alliance. High side 3 and 4. Freeze. Does Flickinger get a run? Off turn 4. He's not going to do it. Freeze is going to win the inaugural Arca race here at Daytona. Woo. That is fantastic. Good job to Freeze for winning the first Arca race here at Daytona. And what a way to start off his championship season. Not many races in this championship, so every win is huge. And put Freeze at the top of the possible championship list. As well done to that Go Penske Rentals Dodge Charger. As what a way to kick off Speed Weeks. What a race. Sure, it was a little chaotic at first, but I gotta say, after we got everything out of the way, I think it turned out to be a pretty good race. Take a look at your finishing results. You don't have to scroll down for this one. Only 27 cars entered in this championship, and you could subtract about 4 or 5 of them due to the Cup driver agreement. Vince Freeze getting the win. Let's take a look at some notables here. Connor Meyer finishing in 9th. Bubba Jones, the number 97. There you go. 8th place after the ramming incident late in that race. Navarro 11th after the right side damage. Still not a top 10, but salvageable. And then at the bottom, a lot of full-time drivers not getting many points today. Almarego, Young, Oakscon, Ozcon. I'm going to say Ozcon from now on. I'm just going to shorten it to Oz and Con. Ozcon. We got Eves, Friesen. The only driver that was out of the race that was not in a points battle is Jackie Tang. So, there you go. That's where you finish. That's where the first points are going to look. So you're going to see a couple Cup drivers at the top of the points, like R.J. Bishop. Connor Meyer is going to throw the points off. But by race 2, when the Cup drivers aren't allowed to race, the points will filter themselves out. So don't take the first race points with salt, because there are some drivers in here that won't race the whole season. So take the first race with salt. Second race at Michigan, we'll definitely see where the championship is. But man, what a way to start the first season. We got the qualifying later today. Actually, coming up after this is qualifying. Should premiere after this. And then tomorrow we got the shootout. And then Thursday the duels on the day before Valentine's Day. Wow. I'm a lonely piece of guy. I'm lonely. But I got you guys. Alright. Well, that's the first race of the Arca series done and over with. We're going to go to Michigan next. That's going to be an absolute nightmare. I've already tested that track. Yikes. As you can tell, we're going to try to keep these races down to about 45 minutes in length. So if you want to have a future reference of how long these races will be, we're going to keep it around 45 minutes. For ESPN Speed World, my name is Warren Keith. Thank you for joining us, as we'll see you next time at Michigan. Have a good one, everybody, and hope to see you for qualifying. Adios.